Today, this committee will carefully consider recent actions taken by our federal financial regulators in response to the ongoing turmoil in our markets and our economy.
This is mortgage meltdown day 3, and there's no doubt about it. There's panic in the subprime market, and we never know what's going to happen.
What no one really thought too much about is if those mortgages can't be paid, it's not very good for banks, and in the end, it was not very good for Wall Street.
Financial shares again taking a hit on fears of more credit losses. Bear Stearns down $7.78 to $62.30.
In the 1970s, it was hard to get a mortgage. Like, you had to have income.
There was money in the air, and there was, you could smell the greed. And that was what made, by the way, Bear Stearns as good as it was. But these guys were bastards. These guys wanted it all.
In 2006, Bear Stearns reported its 5th consecutive year of record revenues and profits. I'd like to take this moment to congratulate all of you at EMC Mortgage Corporation for your contribution to this outstanding performance.
Jimmy Cain was a son of a bitch. That was his job. He made everybody else look like chumps for a very long time. You wanted to be Jimmy Cain.
Whose aspiration was to be a professional bridge player. He told me he wanted to be a bookie.
A lot of those mortgage securities that they issued had a lot of the subprime debt involved in it.
On Monday, March 10th, 2008, the early tremors of America's subprime mortgage meltdown were rippling down Wall Street at lightning speed. 1 week later, Bear Stearns, America's 5th largest investment bank, found itself teetering on the brink of an incomprehensible collapse, setting in motion a crisis that would go on to engulf the entire global financial system.
You remember watching the first Iraq War on television? This was like that for the financial markets. You could see it every second. And by the way, not just TV, because you have the wires, you have the websites, you have the bloggers, you have everything, all of this converging for the first time in real time.
It made disaster a concrete thing, and you can't overstate what that did to the fear levels.
This is interconnected, okay? This confidence thing, this gain, this ring, whatever you want to call it, if Bear goes, it's going to set off a chain reaction. It hits hard, okay?
For the first time, a major investment bank that was well capitalized and apparently fully liquid experienced a crisis of confidence.
But what looked unthinkable in March of 2008 now seems inevitable, as years of fraud in the subprime mortgage market came back to haunt the world's mightiest financial titans, making the downfall of Bear Stearns an ominous touchstone of what Wall Street has become, a vortex of unvarnished greed.
Well, they sort of risked breaking the law. They didn't really mind too much, going right to the ethical edge.
Lax regulation.
We've taken some very consequential actions.
And you just got the sense here that nobody was watching.
There is no question that the regulators were asleep at the wheel. No question.
And media manipulation.
The joke on Wall Street for years has been that there's no adult supervision at CNBC.
Making Wall Street nothing more than a confidence game.
There was a big lesson to be learned, but 2008 shows us that we didn't learn it.
I had a source at Bear Stearns who said to me in the aftermath, look, America trusted us to get this right, and we fucked up.